Hello, you beautiful baby. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for clicking this video. I really appreciate it. Welcome back or welcome. Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Tyra. Over here, I basically just tell you all my business, whether I'm vlogging, reading out of my journal, or just sitting down talking to you. You never know. You may have clicked on a video that's about drama or me doing a reaction. Whatever made you click, I'm so glad you did. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It is Mother's Day evening, and I'm hurrying up and getting these nails off. So you're going to be hearing a drill, and maybe you don't want to hear a drill. Don't blame you. Probably don't want to hear snoring either. But everyone's sleeping, and I'm going to take advantage of it being 12:25. Everybody's sleeping. Of course, Pookie isn't anywhere to be found. And I'm just going to sit here and drill off my nails. So I'm like, let's talk to the fucking homies, man. Weekend vibes. It's Sunday. No, it's Monday now. It's 12:26. So it's Monday already, I suppose. Weekend vibes ain't it. God, look at how weird I look with no nails. I look so weird with no nails. And if I'm being honest, I hated the short nails. Hated them. I'm going back to the long ones. And I will wear the extra long ones when I can, right? Because otherwise I can't type. Like, they're really just too long for someone who needs to be working on the phone all day. Even my tablet, like, my nails are just too long. So we're going long again. We just can't do the new extra longs that I love so much.
With this yellow set, for some reason, I used 2 layers of builder gel after filing off the polish. And in my head, I knew I should have only done 1, because that's all I ever do when I file off polish. I just add 1 layer and, But for some reason I did 2. Then I thought I debulked them. Then I ended up needing a lot of polish to actually execute the nails, because I made this nail polish under these stickers.
And then they just look like shit. Oh, they look terrible. Oh, they look terrible. Terrible. 911, call the fucking police. Thank God Mama's nails came out so cute, because we're certainly not happy with the nails that I had to go there with. Thank God nobody was like, oh my God, let me see them. It's just like flowers, yellow. So that was a good thing. It wasn't a tension tracker, because usually they're always like, oh my God, let me see your nails, right? Because they always got something going on. There wasn't nothing going on. So thank goodness, because they look terrible. I literally walked in this door 20 minutes ago and had my pajamas on 10 minutes ago, and already have the drill here filing these nails off. We already cut the tips off. Now we're just filing the nail beds, which I had a really good time. I'm not going to say I had a great time. I'm not going to say, like, oh, it was wonderful. No, I'm miserable. Mother's Day without your children just is no Mother's Day at all. And then, her family, they have children, and there's children running around everywhere, and you wish you were yelling at your kids, You wish you were having a chaotic Mother's Day trying to make a party or whatever. Mama looked so good. You can see my tooth real bad in this angle. Maybe that's why I do it this way. Because, like, the shadow, like, doesn't let that tooth show. Yeah, nobody wants to see one tooth hanging in my mouth. Yeah, that's a lot better. Thank God I have glasses on. Because it is supposed to be bedtime. I know you guys don't know because of, the power of editing, right? But it is 4:41 in the morning. And I think I recorded the beginning at, like, midnight, maybe. What happened is my brother-in-law woke up, so he started watching TikToks, and here we are. Then before you know it, you know who came home, and then, like, music was playing and all the things. So now everybody is sleeping at 4:41 in the morning, and I am not tired. I'm tired. Like, I could probably go to sleep, but my mind is not going to shut off. It's definitely one of those nights for me, so like I'm not even going to torture myself and go lay in that bed, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit there and think. It's actually a really good night for the journal, so I probably should have busted that out, but we have redone the nails. This is the final, like the gel overlay and everything is on it. So it's like the final filing and stuff that I need to do, and then they're done and they just need to be painted. So I actually do a lot of steps. I do a lot of steps when I remove the nails. I don't necessarily do a lot of steps when I'm not removing the nails, because when you're just changing color, you're really just taking the sanding band and filing off the polish, which is a couple layers, right? And then boom, you're back to the gel, and then you just repaint them. I don't file them like down very often unless I want to change the tips. So I kind of have recently, but that's not something I plan to do going forward. I actually had the same nails for 3 days. That's the longest I've had the same nails for probably the last 2 months that I've been doing my nails. 3 whole fucking days. And then I had yellow nails for 2 days, and I could not get home fast enough to remove them. But I got my long nails back, and I'm so happy about that. But I do have to file, like how funny I was filing when I was recording all them hours ago too. But yeah, that's all I have to do is just file them. And once you do the gel overlay, the filings are real easy. They're all pretty, you don't gotta file them, you just gotta get all that shiny off of them and clean up the cuticles and, you know, make sure everything's even and just little things, you know. But all together, like from start to finish filing, that's a lot. I do a lot of filing, especially if I file off my nails, you know. I'm so angry, I can't sleep. I'm so, like, disappointed in, like, today in general. I had to come to terms with myself today that low-key, the dude don't give 2 shits about me. Ooh, saying that out loud, like to the public, that does not feel good at all. But that's like the reality. Because if you gave a fuck, you wouldn't do certain things, you know? And I just think you have to not give a fuck to do certain things, you know? So I definitely decided to take my nails off because I knew that I would need something to keep me busy, because we got home about like 11:30 maybe. Probably started on my nails around midnight though, and it's 4:30. So yeah, 5 hours start to finish, that's about right. And that's not even painting them, which I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I know I have to use my new neon set. I have a new neon jelly set, and I'm fucking dying to use it. You know, I have always been somebody who chooses anger. Anger is like a really easy emotion for me. Go figure, right? But no, for real, like anger is just an easy emotion for me. And you know, I can be happy and then end up angry, right? I can be sad, but I will make sure that I get angry so I can deal with said situation and emotion, right? When I'm both, I don't know how to deal with it very well. And I'm going to be the first to admit it. Because normally I don't let sad creep back in, right? Because I got angry to get rid of the sadness so I could just deal with being angry, and I deal with being angry all the time. When sadness can creep its way into my emotional space and add itself to angry, it's just not good for me. It's just not. And I don't know how to deal with it very well. I just really don't. I've come to terms with the fact that we don't belong together, that we're not going to be together, that we shouldn't be together. Come to terms with all that. Come to terms with the fact that he doesn't remain friends with exes. And I may not have him in my life. Come to terms with it. But like, you don't give a fuck? You don't give a fuck? That hurts. That hurts. And I don't like to hurt. You know, I don't. I would much rather be angry, talk some shit, and like feel better, you know, like get it off my chest and keep it moving and feel way fucking better. And you know, there's so many things that like I will not discuss now. And I'm sure one day I will. I'm sure one day I'll, you know, tell all the details and be at a place where I may want to share those things. I don't know. But it has been such a roller coaster the last 8 months. And I was sitting here today and tears were just falling out of my eyeballs. And I'm like asking myself, like, how are you still standing? How do you do this? How do you do this day after day? And you know what I'm saying? It's always something. It's constant disappointment. It's always, you know, frustration of some sort, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. It seemed like there used to be so many good days, and yeah, bad days would be sprinkled in, right? But like, now it's just like there's bad days and good days are sprinkled in. I mean, I know the answer, but the question for me, right, in the last couple of weeks has been, how do you keep fucking up when you know I'm halfway out that door? How? Just like keep fucking up. But you love somebody so much. And that's just it, right? Like, I know he doesn't love me. Because he doesn't know what that is. I've come to terms with all of that. But just not giving a fuck. And you're just gonna keep on doing some bullshit. Like, you just really, really don't give a fuck. That shit stabs my fucking heart. Like, how do you even? Plain and simple, the guy does not deserve me. He's never deserved me. All the way to our personalities, and I think I've been saying, like, you know, things have changed over the last few months. I am starting to believe that this is just the real him, and he's been able to hide. Let's just be for real. I won't say exactly like what Mama said to me tonight, but like for the first time ever, she was like,
I don't think with jelly polishes you should do marble. And that's what we did here, and it just doesn't, it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. And I'm stuck with these bitches for at least 3-4 days. Like, I can't be taking them off all the fucking time. I can't keep doing that.
so I decided, let's go lay down about 8 a.m. I know for a fact I didn't fall asleep till at least 10. And then I woke up at like 12:30 to pee, and I just stood awake. I feel like garbage. I basically broke night, like I'm 16 again, right? And I feel like shit. When you're 44, you need to sleep like a regular person. But honestly, I have too many things to do. I'm waiting on Amazon. It should be here any minute to do this hand because I'm waiting on some new polishes. The amazing deals that I have found on gel polishes over the last few weeks is just like remarkable. And I actually added it up. And last month, I only spent like $42 on nail stuff. And this month, I've only spent like $38 on nail stuff. And I got like a lot of polishes. So, really good fucking deals. I'm just glad that I know how to find them. And I'm patient enough to find them. Because you really gotta be like digging. You really do. You gotta scroll to your life. Like your life depends on it. It's beautiful outside, but I'm not planning on going outside at all today. Since I've been awake, I have scheduled a whole bunch of shorts, scheduled a whole bunch of community posts. I watched a live stream. Not the whole thing, of course. I can't do it, but watched some of that. What else have I done? Oh, and my nails. Yeah. And I still have a whole other hand to do, as well as hella fucking swatches, because we got new polishes, so we gotta do the swatches. Because see, the nice thing is I can make content out of this swatching, but I can make hella fucking shorts out of each collection in this swatching. I figure I would just, you know, screenshot what it looks like on Amazon, what it's called, and all that, and then just, you know. So if you haven't seen any of my nail shorts, that's what I've been doing, like just swatching them and putting up shorts. People could see the colors in real life, honey. What is on my shirt? What is on my shirt? The fact that I was even able to see this spot, I'm actually kind of surprised. You know, when I started wearing the readers, because I'm broke and can't get prescriptions, I think I started at like 175. I'm already up to 275, and I'm pretty certain we're almost to the 3.00, honey. It's so sad. I really should go and try to figure out how to get glasses. I really need to do that. Yeah, I'm just sitting here in my big old night shirt at the kitchen table, doing what I do best, YouTube. We got monetized, guys. We are officially monetized. I don't have an up-to-date ID yet, so I have to get that before I can apply, but we are there. We are there, and we are square. If anything is gonna make me go get a new ID, is going to be getting fucking monetized on YouTube. So we'll get that taken care of ASAP. Potty break. Okay, I just had to blow my nose. We can't be having any booger snorting over here on this channel.
Inside joke. I can't help but mention it. Like, anytime I think about snorting boogers, I know that's so gross, right? But I think of one of my greatest friends. That sucks. I'm so sorry, babes. That sucks. But hey, you know, at least if I hear someone do it and I think to myself, you gross fucking nasty fucker, I think also of you.
I definitely need to do some TikToks today. So I think I'm gonna get dressed out of like jammies, you know what I'm saying? And just put the yellow outfit back on. And just kind of wear that for the day, and then put my jammies back on before bed. I think I'm gonna go do that now. I really should do some TikToks, especially in the yellow. Really should. No one's home. Of course, Pookie and his brother are outside. Their little brother just be in the room, so, and Mama, she's just in the room. Today's her day off. And when nobody's home, I can get way more done. Even though with like a lot of things, you know, like I can do TikToks and they could be playing their music, so that's cool. They could be listening to whatever they're listening to on their phone, and I can do TikToks, and I can schedule short. Like, there's things I can do when other people are around making noises, but when they're not, there's obviously so much more I can do. I'm not nearly as sad today as I was yesterday, and I am so thankful for that. Okay, so thankful, because I'm telling you, it's when the sad and mad mix, I what do we do with that? What am I supposed to? We just made a split-second decision. That's what we did here. You guys, graphic tees at Walmart, my fave. I'm so not a Hello Kitty girl. I'm 44, but it's so pink. I had to get it.
So I just put on the yellow leggings with the shirt because I honestly don't like the yellow outfit, honestly, because it's too tight, it's too form-fitting. It's not even that it's like I should have gotten an extra large, so it wouldn't be so form-fitting, because a large fits me the way it's supposed to.
And as much as I appreciate my body, if I don't feel comfortable when my body is so like exposed looking, right? Because it's like I have nothing on. It's like I'm naked, but I have clothes on, right? Like that's how tight this shit is. It's just because it's like a bright yellow, so like everyone look at me and you can see every fucking cellulite mark, you know? Which I don't care, but leggings are perfect. You know what I'm saying? They're not too small or anything. It's just the outfit fits very snug. I should have gotten an extra large. Especially because I was just getting a t-shirt and leggings. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got anyway. My zip-up hoodie is coming today. I did a short about it. Like broke girl problems for real. But it's coming today and I'm so fucking excited. Because dude, my favorite hoodie is my biggest hoodie. And it is the tan hoodie with all of the superhero bands and shit on it. All the different colors, you know. And of course I love my champion hoodie. That's the neon colors, right? But it's not as big as the other one. So I always wear the other one and it just doesn't match with anything. At least now, if I'm wearing a jacket, if it doesn't match with my outfit, it doesn't matter. Here's a great example.
I have these red pants, just cotton pants with big old pink hearts on them. And then I have this cute sweatshirt, it's oversized, and it says like love and all the things. You guys have seen it before. And I wear those two together. And yeah, I got them from the jammy section. But I wear them in the street. I think it's a cute fucking outfit, and if I think it's cute, I don't care what department it came from. I put it together. It wasn't a jammy set. I put it together, and I like the way it looks, and I want to wear it outside, right? Pookie's always like, oh, look at you wearing your jammies outside. You better quit hating on my outfit, okay? Because, like, I decided this is for outside.
But anyway, I'm wearing them red pants with the big old pink hearts, and I have on that hoodie. And I was like, oh, I know this don't look good. But at least if I had a jacket on, right, a zip-up hoodie jacket, it would be like, oh yeah, she looks, oh yeah, that bitch can't match, but like at least that's a jacket, you know? The Dr. Pepper were on sale when he went to Family Dollar today. So he got me a bunch of like 20-ounce bottles of Dr. Pepper. So I'm gonna drink Dr. Pepper for a while. But that was nice of him. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you guys. I was a little scared myself because remember I have my glasses on. I can actually see myself. Not sad anymore. So that is very helpful. Although my mind is continuing to race and I probably need to journal. I haven't written in my journal in probably a week. I've been really busy with nail stuff or YouTube content. You know what I'm saying? I've just been very busy. So I probably need to write in that. I am always disappointed in something, you know, that he does. And I've always loved him, flaws and all. And now I just can't. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, and I feel bogus. Because I accepted him, all them flaws, right? Like, all those things that get on my nerves now, they didn't get on my nerves for 5-6 months. You know, just like anybody, you know, you have a breaking point, right? Like, you have a point where you're gonna break. Or you're gonna have a point where you change your mind about, like, how things affect you, you know? I just need peace. And it's like, if that is not happening, that's when changes just have to be made. You know what I'm saying? I made a big move. I, moved all the way from Florida to Chicago and was homeless in a month, And I've just kind of fallen into this life that I've built for myself, like brand new. Because I didn't come home to Chicago and hook up with all my friends like I intended to. That was the intention. I wasn't going to not speak to people. You know what I'm saying? I was going to be in fucking Illinois. Why would I not talk to my friends? Instead, I built this dreamland for me and Pookie, right? And fairy tale land does not last forever. Like, that's the reason they're fairy tales. And when you're like me and you tell yourself fairy tales, how dumb do I have to be to actually believe my own fairy tales? Like, fairy tales or fairy tales or fairy tales.
My hair was not so gray right here. It wouldn't look crazy. It looks crazy because it looks like it's shaved. Like it's bald there. Like there's no hair. See, like this side looks way better. I know you guys don't care about my hair. I'm so all over the place, and I'm sorry. I'm so overtired, but I'm also definitely getting into some mania.
And I deal with mania well because it's not really bad for me because it doesn't happen very often at all. And if I do get manic, it doesn't last for more than a few days. And like I said, I'm able to deal with it well, except for I don't sleep and my mind keeps going and all the things. But, this is some manic panic shit today. I don't even, the worst part is, guys, some YouTube creators are just really good at titling their videos. I'm not one of them. Some YouTube creators are amazing at fucking thumbnails. Wildflower Tea. If you don't know that name, look up that name, subscribe. She's not been on YouTube. I don't know if she's coming back, to be quite honest, but you know what I'm saying? She's not on YouTube, but subscribe. But look at those thumbnails. And those come natural to people. Justine, she is the clickbait queen. But in the best way, not in a Rich Lux clickbait way. You know what I'm saying? She's just really good at titles. If I ever get to a point where I'm making good money on YouTube, and I'm making a living off of YouTube, if those things ain't came naturally to me in the last 4 years, they're not going to come naturally to me in the next 4 years. I will pay someone to do my thumbnails and make my titles. I can do the description box. I'll worry about the tags. I got all that down. Don't you trip, booty lip. I got all of it. But yeah, titles and thumbnails.
And then are so important. There's only 3 things that YouTube looks at that are important. Thumbnail, title, description box. I'm only good at 1. I still don't know how I'm monetized. How did this happen?
It couldn't have happened to a better person. It really couldn't have. And I'm proud of myself for saying that. I know I'm Miss Egotistical, but I don't say those kinds of things about myself. And I mean that. It really couldn't have happened to a better person. 3rd channel. It only took 8 months. I'm so blessed. I really am. Which is the biggest reason I don't want to have any issues in my life. YouTube, I can deal with YouTube. YouTube is like a piece of fucking cake. I choose to react or not react. I choose to get angry or not get angry, And for the first time in 2025, I was mad. I was big mad, period. Big mad. I didn't handle myself in the best way. I sure didn't. I don't regret any of it. I'm not going to apologize for any of it. But I could have definitely done a lot better. And hopefully next time I will do better. No, you know what, bitch? Hopefully there won't be a next time. I'm done with the next times, okay? Everyone left is fucking solid as fuck, dude, and that's just where we stand. this community, our community over here, honey, we ain't gotta worry about shit no more. Sure the fuck don't. Sure don't. Unless there's little tiffs between one person and another person. And you know what, baby? You just handle that. But yeah, hashtag no new friends. Yeah, this shit affected me way more than I thought. Like, I was even saying the things out loud, right? Like, I have no dog in this race. You know, I have this bird's eye view. I'm the only one not emotionally involved. But then it became a situation where it was like, no, you're involved. And even then, you know, I guess you could say, like, Tyra, you weren't involved, but like I was. I felt extremely responsible, extremely guilty. And I can't do that to myself because my friends were close to her. And if they didn't see it, I sure the fuck wouldn't have seen it. So it's like that stuff doesn't fall on me, but it falls on me. Like, we were played. Like, as a whole, you know, like, we were meant to be embarrassed. We were meant to be thrown into the fire, you know, thrown into the drama. We were meant to be a distraction. Chaos was caused in order to cause that confusion. I'm not oblivious to the way gross pigs behave and how they move and all the things. You know what I'm saying? I may not have seen the bitch move funny, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not oblivious to how they move once I know they're a gross pig. So it's 8:30. I will definitely have this up by 10. I needed to edit all the footage and decide if I was done talking or not. So editing Tyra here. Hi. My nail polishes still haven't came, but don't worry. I still made this video a priority. I wouldn't have done my nails. I would have made sure I got this video out. We're being very disciplined over here. We're being very disciplined in 2025. We're taking things serious, okay? But no, I'm gonna end this. But I'm gonna end this with the sweetest thing ever. A really good friend of mine sent me a voice note. With our phones, we're able to talk to it, and it like sends the 2-minute and 37-second voice note. Okay, I say that because I don't have that. I don't think with anyone else. I don't know. But anyway, she's a talker like me, so like, thank goodness for that, right? She sends me this 2.5 minutes, and she's telling me how happy she was that, you know, I was out for Mother's Day, and she can totally relate to those big family parties. She was with somebody, you know, who had a big family, and they did parties all the time. She was really gassing my head up, but you could tell that she just wanted to say these things from the heart. How great I looked in yellow. Oh my goodness, you're monetized. You deserve it. I can't believe you did it. Girl, keep the content going. Just keep talking. And I believe that this friend in particular reached out to me because they witnessed, you know, publicly, not privately, but publicly, a whole like breakdown with me last week because of the situation. And I told her, I'm like, girl, you made my month. You made my month. Like, I haven't had someone just say really nice things to me in a really long time. You know, like, of course, my sister, we said nice things just yesterday, right? But like, everybody, supporters, creator friends alike, right? Everyone's been so supportive, and all of you have been gassing my head up. I'm not saying you haven't, because you have, you all have. But just to open this little personalized message, and I happened to watch a little bit of a live stream right before that, so I was, you know, I was on 3. Wasn't on 10, but like, I was on 3. Listen to that, and you're just like, man, I have the greatest fucking people in my life. What else matters? Not this situation, not group chat gate that turned into fucking World War 18, not this relationship that I know what I need to do. There's no questions. There's just answers, and that's that. My kids are happy and healthy. For it being my first Mother's Day without my kids, I definitely missed a few with my older son when he went to Florida at 16. I think I missed 2 or 3 with him, but I always have been with my children. You know, as soon as the baby was able to go to Florida to be with my sister, I was there 5 months later. I didn't miss a Mother's Day with my children. And it was my first Mother's Day childless. You know, because even when my oldest was in Florida, them few years that I wasn't by him, I still had the baby, you know. I still had Mother's Day to celebrate with the baby. Even in the 11 months when I fought to get him back, you know what I mean? He's a preteen, and you know what? He hasn't liked the phone since he was 2 years old and couldn't talk proper English. That is the only time that child likes a phone to his ear. And when he's 8, even maybe 9 or 10, I can guilt trip him into talking to me and giving me 3 minutes of his life. You know what I'm saying?
But as a preteen, I'll bet you we spoke for a minute and a half, and I already could tell that he was over it. And I'm just like, oh my God, what am I going to do when he's a teenager?
I already can barely speak to my oldest son because he's working all the time. He is a workaholic. He is a money addict. You know what I'm saying? And he works hard for his money, honey, and he just is working all the time. We get to speak on Tuesdays. In between him playing PlayStation with his brother out here in Chicago, you know. Had things not happened with Pookie, it really wouldn't have been a day where tears fell from my eyeballs or I was even really that sad. But those emotions just made everything one big catastrophe, right? And today I feel a lot better, and that's great. But anyway, we were talking about that great message. I'm blessed. I'm around good people. That's all that matters. My kids are healthy. YouTube might get me out of character. 1 or 2 more times. But it will never be the way it used to be. And I will never, ever give the time that I used to give it. Because I'm the girl who lost 2 channels because of bogus bitches. Facts. And monetized her 3rd one in 8 months. I'm the one who wakes up the day after Mother's Day to a beautiful voice note. And then my sister from another mister telling me how great I looked in yellow too. You know, I had a text from her because I had sent her some pictures. Pookie hasn't been on my nerves all day. We've actually had conversation. It's a good day. I'm really tired, but like I'm not tired. I'm gonna wait here for my Amazon. It should be here really for real any minute. And then I can work on my nails for the next couple hours and hopefully get tired and be able to lay down and go to sleep. If you made it this far, let's just be for fucking serious here, okay?
If you made it this far and you have watched all of this, Manic fucking Monday. That is going to go in the title. I might even have a good title today. Manic fucking Monday. What are the odds?
Real MVP, what are we putting in the comment section? Put yellow hearts in the comment section for our yellow Mother's Day yesterday. And yeah, how did I really yellow nails again? I just wanted to do something because I was tired. Sometimes I wonder where and how my brain fucking operates properly ever. How am I 44 and still living? How did I raise children? Before I go, okay. I don't know when this happened. Don't know. I feel like it's overnight. But then I remember my son always telling me how he hated that I forgot stuff, like when he was a teenager and stuff. So like it has been long enough. I've really, truly been raising children since I'm 9 years old. My brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? 9 to 14. Like I was the mom. I was the fucking adult at home. Then, before I even had a child of my own, almost 25 years ago, I took on a 9 and 10-year-old at that time as children of my own. They stayed with me along their lives. They're grown adults now in their 30s. You know what I just thought of? And I'm actually really surprised I did. I almost feel guilty for feeling it. Maybe because I've been raising kids all this time. Maybe I'm supposed to be an empty nester right now. And I'm supposed to live my best life. That could totally be a thing. That could totally that. Peace out, girls. Thanks again for coming. Have a great day or night wherever it is you are. And I'll see you on the next one.